Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Only One Noodle Podcast. As always, it's me, your boy Jose. Now, as always, we have to start with some good news, bad news kind of thing. Um, but if you notice that the podcast episodes, which to my credit is my fault, have not been coming out in when how do I put this um consistently, as in I would put episode 7 like 60, let's say 68, but on my on the on my my Spotify for podcaster app, it's there, not on YouTube. Now the reason is I try to upload these episodes as soon as I finish editing them. The only reason is that I couldn't the way it's like that is because I'm just gonna boil it over. Like, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. It's my laptop. Long story short, it doesn't have the processing power I need. So basically, before that, later on, um, I'm actually gonna try to get my old gaming laptop, which I feel like could do it, mostly because it has more processing power. I mean, I haven't used it for gaming in a while, and it might be like a little bit like a while before I can actually use it. And I think I'm gonna have to get like an antivirus software, just to clear out any bugs or however that stuff works. Basically, I'm gonna have to clean it, and so I mean, keep still. I mean, I am gonna do more videos like that. Well, I am still gonna do my YouTube stuff, but however, some of the stuff that I edited, actually no. So yeah, some of the stuff that I recorded back like a year or two, that's still coming. I'm still editing that, so just give it time. So yeah, that's the the bad news that it comes with it. Um, give it a while. It may be like middle of April before I get everything up and running again. There's no guarantee that I mean, I should be able to download Adobe on my laptop. So on the other laptop, on my gaming laptop, I mean, which it should. It has enough processing power, and it does have enough internal storage. Although I do have to clean a lot of it, which that's gonna be a mission of itself. But in any case, I mean, I'm still working out the bugs, so just give me a while. Hopefully by um by the middle of next month, I should be able to have things ready and up and going. Also, there's maybe a little bit of a good news, but I'm not sure. I mean, take it as you will. My brother is getting like a desk, so um, I mean, honestly, if it really doesn't, I don't think it really matters. But it's more like, you know what, it does make sense for me to get a desk that way, and like I don't have to, if I'm recording stuff, like I don't have to, you see a my backdrop or my scenery, my brick wall behind me. But although I still might use that, I still might use that. I'm also thinking of getting one of those those influencer lights, the ones that people put their phones on. I'm gonna get that. It's not because it looks cool or like not fall into the streamer thing. It's mostly because it. I mean, I need lighting. That's the one thing that's been killing me, and I've noticed that in my videos. Nobody said anything, but I feel like shouldn't really need to be said. So with that being said, also the episodes of my podcast that are usually cut down to 20 minutes because of transitioning issues or whatever, basically whatever happens um with my software. They are gonna be a little bit longer now. I am actually gonna get back to the 1 hour format. So hey, I mean, it's not a bad way to transition, you know. And, and to keep it going, I also do have a bit of a good news too. I have quit Chipotle. That's right. I am no longer working at that job anymore, and honestly, I couldn't be happier and more relieved. Mostly because it's, hey, I've had, like, here's the thing. It started off good. I got like 2, 3 days. I opened, like, I had like two mid shifts and a closing shift, and that was good. But along the way, I mean, my hours started getting cut. Like, oh, it's not busy. Don't come in. And like, it wasn't until like 3 weeks until I was like, okay, I feel like this is not being done on purpose now. And like, here's the thing: if it's not busy, not if it's not busy, let me do something else. Let me come in. I need the work. Cause here's the thing: don't get me wrong. I like working out, and when I'm not working, or recording these episodes when I'm not working. But the thing is, low key, I hate downtime. Honestly, I mean, what's there to do? But yeah, it's been done. I already texted one of the managers like my letter of resignation. Say like, hey, I can't keep doing this anymore. I'm not getting the hours I need. I mean, like that's the reason why I'm not performing very well because I'm not working the hours I need. Like if I was working like two full shift, like here's the thing: if it was like two shifts full time, if it was two full time shifts a week, then honestly, I wouldn't have mind that. I would like that. Fine with me. That would have been it. But and honestly, I mean, and it kind of did screw me over with my whole rent thing. So yeah, which kind of fucked me over. So luckily, I mean, my second job, my only job. Now, given mine, it is part time, but it is a union job. And the way I was told that if I stay there for like 5 months total, 4 or 5 months, I get a raise. So honestly, I don't mind that it's a union job. At least say it'll give me some job security, some job protection. Say like, and at least it'll cover some medical expenses. Like you get dental, you get health insurance and all that stuff. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, at least they're looking out for you. Yeah, sure. I have to pay like like $8 out of my paycheck per month, which like I don't know, like $30 like a month. Honestly, it's a small price to pay. And yeah, my coverage actually is not going to come like until like May/June. But honestly, it's 3 months. I mean, what's 3 months? Well, 2.5 at least. But honestly, it's what it is. I mean, I don't. Hey, it is what it is. So I'm not gonna knock it. So I mean, that's a bit of good news. I mean, it'll free me up some time. And on the whole apartment thing, my friend, and his fiance, we're back on the hunt again. Um, and this time we did have a conversation about it. It's like, here's the thing: we want to do it until July. We want to start looking in July, and I'm like, wait, why July? And it was like, well, here's the thing: the job that you're working now, you have like you just got it, and like I feel like you're still transitioning, you're still getting to the swing of things. So basically, you're doing this like so far for like it's been like about a month, close to a month actually. So give it some time, like give it like around 90 days, probably like to like July, like mid June, maybe early July, and we'll just like start looking because like your income isn't like really fixed yet. And considering that place I'm currently in, I'm gonna be here until like October. It makes sense because after October, like yeah, that's it. We gotta get it. We gotta get the hell out of here. Which it's like okay, fine, we'll do it. We'll do it in July. I mean, it makes sense. But I just told. But here's the thing: I told him anything after August, like, here's the thing: we cannot like. July is fine because if we start going into August, it's gonna be more difficult because we're gonna have like at least less than 2 months. Which don't get me wrong, it's doable. But the thing about it is that like it's gonna our schedules aren't really in sync, so we really can't do anything. Not only that, but we, I mean, I work nights, so if anything on the weekend, so chances are I probably have to do like early in the morning, afternoon, just to look for an apartment, But honestly, it's not something. It's not too bad. I mean, it's gonna it's gonna be it's gonna be work, but like I said last episode, work. I mean, even work is work, so everything is work. So yeah, I mean we're still looking. Hopefully by the reason why I want to do it in July now, is because um, because I want to look for like a month and a half, and by the beginning of September, I want to have like at least something like ready to go, as in, okay, we found an apartment, we put our direct deposit in, and or hang on, give me a second. See that way it's like by then, like yeah, everything's gonna be situated. Like when you would have been at your job for some time now, and basically it's like okay, we got everything. We did the background check. We did the credit score. Okay, everything's good. The direct deposit has been cashed in, or so we're good to go. Honestly, a month's worth of rent for a deposit that feels alright. Honestly, it's fine. But here's the thing: if it's a $1,600 deposit, I'll take it. I mean, I'll take it, or we'll take it actually. But yeah, once that's settled, also we also have to find like location because it has to be not just convenient for one person. It's got to be convenient for everybody. Like, but the thing is, like, somebody's convenience, maybe somebody's inconvenience. So we're trying to figure out, like, okay, what's a place that we can, like, move into that's gonna be like, okay, it's gotta, accommodate us all. Like, it's gotta have like, and honestly, in terms of shopping, they want like some place like Northgate, it's super, or any Asian like supermarket. I mean, there's some in Costa Mesa. I mean, especially that Northgate they opened. So I mean, that's a possibility. Again, just a possibility. And actually, given like where one apartment is, it's not really that far, and it might be like a 10 minute walk, maybe 15-minute drive, like 20-minute walk. Honestly, that's fine. As long as like as long as it gets us basically it's like okay, we need something that's close to so we can go like go grocery shopping, like close to like entertainment. But again, that's just I mean it's gonna be going on through the searching process. So you know it's it's a thing. I mean we're getting things rolling in a sense. We're doing it like again. And honestly, this has to, I mean, and I can certainly say for sure that this has to stick because here's the thing: when my brother moves out, I'm not gonna be going with him. I'm like, because chances are he's gonna move in with my parents, which honestly, it's nothing wrong. But for me personally, I mean, it's I mean, I can't go back. I mean, well, mostly because long story short, I stressed my dad the hell out. And honestly, I mean, it's gonna be like, we're gonna be in each other's faces like a lot. And like, I'm gonna be told like, oh, you know how to clean yourself, or you know how to cook, or like, or whatever. I was like, okay, I have not been living with you for like at least 2 years. I know how to cook. I know how to take care of myself. And my brother's probably like, yeah, because I taught you. I was like, my ass, you did. Dude, I worked in fast food jobs. I work in places where I have to cook food. You don't need me, I don't need you to show me how to cook something. Anybody can fry and do like scrambled eggs. Anyone can do like certain like foods. Anyone can make a sandwich. I mean, some can. That's because they're too lazy to do it. I mean, I don't know what your reasoning is, but I know how to cook. I know how to cook chicken. I know how to cook steak. I'm still getting used to getting, cooking pork. Fish, my brother taught me. That's the only thing he's taught me. So, you know, there's that. Not only that, I know how to cook rice. I know how to cook beans. I can actually cook myself a nice meal. Like, I can actually look up a recipe for like, a casserole and I would make it and that's it. You don't have to like it, but hey, it's what we got for dinner. So, you know, we have to, make this stick this time because like after this, like I don't know, man. And as far as the storage unit is, um, and when I, let's say we get the apartment in October, and I still have my storage unit. More likely than not, I'm probably gonna have it until like the end of the year, because that way, like, because here's the thing, actually, probably by December, because it's probably gonna take a while for us, to get everything situated. I mean, it's probably gonna take like a few trips just to get, once like some stuff there. Like, cause here's the thing, I don't want to do it like all in one trip because it's not gonna fit. So it's basically, or it's like, I mean, not the containers. I mean, I have like 3 plastic containers, a guitar amp, bass amp, Bora, to be exact. But, yeah, all the other stuff I can just take in. Like it probably shouldn't take like more than a month. Maybe like a part of it, like piece by piece by piece, like at least clear a third of it out. And not only that, I have some boxes, but the thing is, I gotta figure out where to put this stuff because don't get me wrong, my closet is like its average space. I mean, but like, but the sense I'm gonna have my own room, chances are that my in room closet, but then there's the closets like for like in storage, like okay, this like like you put like sheets and stuff and whatever. My stuff, at least, at least like I can at least take one of those cabinets, saying okay, like I ran out of space. This is where I'm gonna put some of my stuff. I'll take half of that side. But again, my storage issue should be done by like no later than November. Um, Actually, by Thanksgiving, if anything, if anything, I mean, I shouldn't have the storage units after Thanksgiving. So, meaning, I pay for like the November, for November, and then after that, like I said, like there you go, I'm done. Like whatever time I have on that lease, like I'm done. Um, I mean, honestly, it's not it's not really difficult. I mean, it's just what it is. So, I mean, yeah, that's there's that. Now, I know some of you have been wondering, or asking, or in my case, I've been asked, why do you podcast? For me, podcasting is, honestly, I did it way before, like a couple years ago, like 3 years ago, not like October 2021, and I've been going strong ever since. I haven't done like an anniversary, episode, but my 3 year is coming. My third year is coming up in October, like mid October, 3rd October, and I'm thinking of doing like a 3 year anniversary video. I mean, we'll see how that goes. But the reason why is that I just wanted to do like give it a try. Let's see what people like. And honestly, had I stayed in Washington, I would have told people about it. Then I would have gone like word of mouth or like this and that. Honestly, if I would have gone like 100 listens, maybe 200 or 300 listens a week, hey, that would have been like even 100 would have been like a success for me because it's like, hey, I mean like come on now, fix my mind. Here it is. What do you think? I mean that's what most podcasts are, just usually to invoke thought. But it wasn't until like last year where I was told that I have moderate depression and high anxiety. So I figured, what, maybe I can use the podcast to help me. As in, hey, I mean, you know, huh, sorry. But if anything, it was more like get my anxiety out, like talk, give my thoughts, like do some talking, get it out of my system. That way I wouldn't be, kind of like I wouldn't be as socially awkward. Plus, it could help with my, my nervousness. I mean, I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. I still have awkward, moments with people, but it's not something I can handle now. I mean, I can pretty much hold my own in a conversation. I mean, they don't have to last longer than like 5 minutes, but it was like a minute. Hey, at least it's something. If it's like more of a conversation than that, like 5 minutes or more, then hey, at least it's something. But it does help me calm down. It soothes me. I mean, don't get me wrong. I actually want to do it with people, but it's kind of hard. I tried doing it once. That political assassination episode. I mean, that was like, I think at the time it was like my highest like listened episode. But honestly, I mean, I haven't done, and that was like a year and a half ago, more or less, or 2 years ago. But regardless, actually no, it was a year and a half ago. But anyway, I mean, at least people are listening. It's not like, oh, look at me, look at me. It's like, oh, look, I got something to say. Like, no, me, I'm like, hey, um, I'm, hey, I have a podcast. Here's my show. Yeah, I mean, give it a listen. If you don't like it, that's fine. Cool. No big deal. Um, but honestly, that is the reason why I podcast because it's like, yo, what are like, and here's the thing, I had two other ones too. My Podzilla podcast, which I'm definitely trying to get that restarted, and Moon Talk, which is my Sailor Moon, themed version of you know my Sailor Moon version, podcast. I haven't posted anything yet, but again, I'm trying to get that, ball rolling. And honestly, I mean, that's about it. I mean, sorry. I'm a little bit tired, which I shouldn't because I actually have work soon. And yes, this episode is gonna feel like a rushed production because I do have work later on today and tomorrow. For those who don't know, I'm recording it on a Tuesday, and hopefully I should have finished by Thursday, and it's gonna premiere on Friday. And that's another thing about doing the podcast. It lets me not post it right away. It's one of those like, hey, I want to post it like on next like this upcoming Wednesday, even though it's Monday, or it's Wednesday and I want it to come out on Friday. There's nothing wrong with that. Honestly, hey, good for you. A lot of podcasters now and YouTubers do that. And honestly, it's a lifesaver. I mean the what goes into like producing these. I mean there's a lot of work that goes into this. that's why a lot of people, pre-record, then like edit it, and then they upload it, and like, and then it premieres on a certain date. I know a lot of podcasters are actually doing that, where they record an episode like days before like this premiere date. They edit it, then they post it in, like with a scheduled date, and after that it comes out, and gets a lot of views. I mean, so yeah, if people think it's just like, oh, we just talking to a microphone and then we just upload it, and all the editing is done by YouTube. It's like, no, it's like some of us actually do have to edit our videos, which just sucks. I mean, personally, I'm like behind the camera kind of thing. I'm not in front of the camera. I'm more of like a back of the camera, like, talent. Like I produce, I write, I direct, and if there's a shot that needs to be done, I'd be like, screw it. Why not? I mean, how much more can you get in like that to the? I don't know how much depth you can go into that, but I mean that's you know. So yeah, that's actually why podcast. Now, trying to move things along, and this is another thing that I noticed though, and I'm transitioning to like my weight loss thing. I'm at 179 right now. So I was 180 like a couple weeks ago. So I'm at like, dude, I lost like 25 pounds actually. But recently I lost 27 pounds because I'm at 177, and honestly, it's going so far so good. Um, Last week and the week before that, I was the same weight, so something happened. But honestly, I'm not shocked at the results. I like what I see. I mean, I'm thinning out, which in case actually has made my pants loose. That's right, my clothes feel a little too big on me because I've been losing weight. And it's funny though. I never actually lost any weight before. This is the first time in my life that I actually lost weight, and I'm actually starting to get back into my my high school body. As in, I lose weight and all that stuff. But before that, it was when I was in high school. Like I used to like work out like most of the time, and I was like walk on the treadmill, like no, better yet, run on the treadmill, do the bike, and then like start lifting. I mean, because I could. I mean, there's a school gym. I mean, if you're a student athlete, that thing, yeah, you use the gym. Honestly, I like doing the gym because at least it can be busy. I mean, at least I get to push myself, and honestly, it's I kind of miss that, to be honest. It's one of those like, oh, I wish I could do that, but I really don't. Which honestly, I'm not even. To be fair, I'm not even like ashamed of how much weight I lost, because it's something that I wanted to do. And here's the thing, my clothes are loose fitting because like here's the thing. Sometimes when I wore a belt and I was a bit like big, I mean I wouldn't like my like it felt tight. Like the knots that I like secured it with. I mean, honestly, wouldn't go further because I didn't like there was any holes in it. But honestly, it was just like it was just put like just right. Like it felt like it was meant to happen. But honestly, that's just like that's my theory. Um, yeah. I mean, losers are starting to like fit. My shirts feel a little baggy. I mean, there's some shirts that are, I mean, they're medium, but they feel a little snug, or like they, but like at least they don't hang out like over my stomach, and then like it hangs over my stomach, and then like on the bottom, like you see like some under like stomach, like you see me like muffin topping. There's none of that anymore. I mean, it's actually gone. It's actually starting to disappear. I mean, my weight right now, again, it is still going to 150. So, I mean, I got like 20 pounds to go. I mean, and even if I like go to 155, I don't mind, which means it'll give me more incentive to like actually, get more muscle. I mean, and as far as the gym goes, I haven't been going mostly because like my new work schedule is now like restricted me to like only 2 days. And Sundays, Saturday and Sundays, I can mostly because I work out. Like because I used to work out on Sundays when I went when my with two friends and like well with three friends anyway, and we just play basketball and then we just start lifting and that's it. I like that. I try to get some like upper workouts in like pull up bar and whatnot, and it's helped. I don't want to like ruin that. Well, for them at least, because like I don't want them to like oh like oh we can't go because you can't go. It's like hey, go. You went to Vegas without me, and like I'll live. I mean, it's just a day. If it's a day out of the week, who cares? I mean, I can go to the gym whenever I want. Well, when funds are like and like like in the mix. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's no picnic, but it's like I'm doing what I can. I have in my free time. I usually do some exercises. There's a park that has that workout stuff, so I usually do it. My brother has some dumbbells that I actually do some workouts with. I mean, I have some, like running shoes. I actually like take a walk, if not like run, like just to get some cardio and basically just anything to get my body moving because my sedimentary life is starting to catch up with me, and I'm now at this point trying to like try to push it away. Well, not since cut up. Well, yeah, I mean cut up is like pretty much like the accurate word. I mean, part of me has been manifesting, and then I mean it comes out in in the shape of something like I don't know. It takes another form. Honestly, it's I really can never understand why like spirits do that. I mean, I mean, again, like, what do you want me to do? But honestly, I like what the results are going. It's not like like I expected to lose 50 pounds right away. It's more like no, these things take time. Yeah, I mean, I tell some of my friends like, oh, I might want something. It's like, all right, cool. Like you're actually losing weight. I mean, honestly, I mean, it's honestly, it's I lost my train of thought on this. Sorry, guys. Um, yeah. The reason, like I said, it's gonna feel like a rush production. So give me some, give me a bit the time. So, well, actually, there is something that I actually wanted to bring up, and it has to do like with the passing of Akira Toriyama. For those who don't know, at the beginning of the month, Toriyama passed away at 68, and recently Ichiro Oda, the creator of One Piece, has taken a 3 week leave of absence because he's not in the right mind state. Whether it had something to do with Toriyama's death, I can understand. I wouldn't even put it past him that if it's that, then hey, I don't blame him. I mean, the guys, like, both men met before, so I can understand why. I feel like anyone who met Toriyama in person would be feeling the same way. It's like, yo, we're still sad about it. But that's the thing about loss. I mean, like, you remember them. It's not like, he wasn't like, like he wasn't just, well, to his family he was just an average man, but to everyone he's the man who brought so many childhoods. He brought out the younger kid in us, like, with nostalgia. I mean, I've never seen Doctor Slump, but like I heard it's pretty good. And honestly, I would watch it. Actually, I mean, I've seen clips of it, so it's not something that I would. It's not something. It's something that I wouldn't mind watching. Um, I think Chrono Trigger's a game, but honestly, I would play that. I mean, and here's the thing: I've seen the original Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z. I haven't seen GT. I mean, I've seen parts of Super, but you know, that's a whole different category by itself. And to be honest, I still feel like I still can't believe he's gone. I mean, we're on like in the grieving process, and I feel like, you know what? I feel like we should take some time. If you need the whole month off, then yeah, go for it. I don't blame you. But this is the thing when somebody passes on, like for example, like in Toriyama's case, like he brought so much joy to our lives with entertainment. Taking us to worlds, like literally taking us to worlds, and we experienced like a lot. I mean, to this day, everyone like still likes doing like the Super Saiyan yell because it's like, dude, that was the first Super Saiyan transformation, I should say, but that comes without a shadow of a doubt. That's like the most prevalent memory of Akira Toriyama because he gave us that. That be, that has that has become ingrained in our minds. Not only that, you have celebrities from pro wrestlers to professional athletes who say, "Hey, man, like, hey, rest in peace, man. Like, you're a contributing factor in my childhood." Which, I mean, there's some like anime fans in the NFL, and a lot of them are some of them are Dragon Ball Z fans, and I don't blame them. I mean, it transcends borders. It transcends like everywhere. Honestly, if aliens were to come in, honestly, I think they would love Dragon Ball. I mean, they would see why we love it. I mean, it's just like when Kobe died. I mean, nobody could believe it, and it's like, I mean, wow, he's really gone. I mean, like, oh, like he retired a few years ago, and now he's gone. I mean, yeah, I mean, it was kind of hard to fathom that. And for the next like month, like for the rest of January when he died, everybody was like talking about it. And even when people mention like highlight clips, like on YouTube, like the YouTube Shorts, when they mention you know stuff about Kobe or Kobe talking, everyone's like, man, I still can't believe he's gone. I mean, yeah, it's never gonna go away. I mean, for Godzilla fans, I mean, when Akira Ifukube died, everyone was like, "Yo, the man who brought the music is passed on." Or like Ichiro Honda, the guy who brought us your OG Godzilla, or better yet, Haru Nakajima, who was the original suit actor for Godzilla. I mean, he even said it like in an interview that like the Godzilla that he played, he basically said, "quote The Godzilla that I play on film like lives forever." And hey, I mean that's actually a good sentiment. That's actually a good point because it's like the moments you remember, they live forever through that medium, through that through film, through anime, through all this stuff. And in sports, it's the same way. We have memories, we have like highlights of it. And honestly, that's how it is within life. I mean, like, we're not long for this world, and I mean, most people feel like are afraid of death, like when they're in their 30s. Honestly, for me, I've been to the point, or in a sense, I've gone to the point where I just accepted my fate, as in, hey, I know I'm gonna die soon. Well, not soon, but I know I'm gonna die like when I'm older, and and I accept it. If I die, I die. I mean, honestly, it's kind of a mind, it's kind of a mind fuck right there. But hey, that's the reality of it. You can't really sugarcoat it. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, hopefully it's. I mean, well, what else to say? I mean, the thing we can do is just like keep going through our day. Just you know, continue on. Now, with that being said, we are now at the part of my favorite. Well, let me rephrase that. We are at the part of my favorite segment of all, and I know a lot of you like it. And might as well just say it. Welcome to Have You Heard? For those who are new to the podcast, Have You Heard is a segment where I talk about news that, well, basically news that that don't fall, like, that aren't top hit. Let me rephrase that. Sorry if I have to repeat myself. But Have You Heard is me talking about news articles that aren't necessarily headlining news, but yet garner some attention. And with that, I also put in my 2 cents on the matter. And today's Have You Heard segment, um hey, I mean, like, most of them feel like dipping downers, well, in a sense. But or like last week about the whole Mia Khalifa thing. Again, sorry, I had to play it twice, but I couldn't get it to function properly, as in, like, well, no, actually, no, that's a lie. What happened was, like, it started in the middle of the video, so I had to restart it. I think it might have gone the whole thing first, but, like, you know what, it is what it is, so I decided just to leave it in. So for this edition of Have You Heard, sorry, I'm on the website. And let's see if I'm still recording. Yes, I'm still recording. Burger King has free Whoppers to celebrate the total eclipse on April 8th. How to get the deal? So yeah, the rare eclipse is expected to reach totality in certain cities for just 4 minutes, but the buy one get one free deal from Burger King won't last all day. So basically, yeah, Burger King is gearing up for the total solar eclipse. The fast food chain announced that they are giving out free burgers in honor of the rare celestial event passing over North America on April 8th. The next total solar eclipse will not occur for another 20 years. Unlike the eclipse, which is expected to reach totality in certain cities for just 4 minutes, the Burger King will last all day. The exclusive offer is for Royal Perk members who text Eclipse to 251251. Fans can then redeem the buy one get one free offer by ordering on the app and online at bk.com through April 15th. If you're not a rewards member, you can still sign up and enjoy it by downloading the app to be eligible for the sweet deal. Solar eclipses take place when the sun, the moon, and Earth line up. As the moon passes between the sun and Earth, it casts a shadow on our planet that either fully or partially blocks the sun's lights in certain areas. NASA has released a map highlighting places that will experience the solar eclipse on April 8th, including cities in the path of totality. Free Whoppers are becoming a monthly occurrence. In February, Burger King responded to Wendy's dynamic pricing announcement with 3 days of free Whoppers. The not so subtle clapback came after Wendy's announced that they would be implementing dynamic pricing in 2025. We do not believe in charging guests more than their when they more than let me rephrase that. Burger King released a statement saying we don't believe in charging guests more when they're hungry. Surge pricing? Well, that's new. Good thing the only thing surging at BK is our flame. Wendy's made headlines after CEO Kirk Tanner spoke in an earnings call in February. We will begin testing more enhanced features like dynamic pricing and day part offering along with AI-enabled menu changes and suggestive selling, said Tanner. With new digital menus, prices could change depending on factors like time of day and weather. A Wendy's representative confirmed to People while serving customers interpreted this announcement to mean that the new pricing model will operate similarly to how ride-sharing apps like Uber and Lyft set their prices, higher than earning increased demand. Set their prices during high increased demand. A Wendy's representative clarified to People later that the company is not implementing this policy. We have no plans to do that and will not raise prices when our customers are visiting us most, the spokesman said in a statement at the time. Any features we may test in the future would be designed to benefit our customers and restaurant crew members. Digital menu boards could allow us to change the menu offerings at times of day, and offer discounts and value offers to our customers more easily, particularly in the slower times of the day. So, yeah, that's it. And that last part is like, so what? Like the kiosk at McDonald's? Yeah, like for those who don't know, for those who've seen, like McDonald's has those kiosks where it has the menu and it has those deals. And I would know because I used to work at McDonald's, and I've actually eaten before I started working at McDonald's. But regardless, I know they're there. So, with that being said, hey, free burgers. I have the app. Like, I'm not even joking. I have the app. The only thing is, I just have to find like a Burger King that's like close to me, so I can actually get the deal. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing with getting free food and all that. But honestly, I'll take it. That's the thing. I would take that chance. Here's the thing: if Burger King is saying, "Oh, sign up now and you can get like exclusive offers, like buy one get one free, or buy one get this free, or free free Whopper Junior when you order like a drink," that kind of stuff. I'm not sure if those are the offers, but here's the thing. I know back in the day I used to say, "Oh, people are just being cheap and frugal about it." But then again, it is it's kind of true though. And yes, it's the whole price surging thing that's really got us on edge. And it's like, dude, you're charging us $13 for some places are now gonna start charging $10 for a burger, and 16, maybe 15, maybe $16 for like a meal. And I'm like, yo, dude, that's messed up. You can see it at McDonald's. And what's even worse is that for McDonald's, the portions have gotten smaller. I remember when a Big Mac was actually pretty big. It was big and it was actually a little taller, and like you could actually grab it with both hands. Like it would actually fit and if you had one side on each bun, if you had your hand on the sandwich, it would cover that. Nowadays, it looks like it's smaller, and you have to it looks like you look like a chipmunk or a squirrel eating a nut or something. You're just like, it looks like you're nibbling at it. And it feels like you're squeezing it so like it doesn't have to like so it won't come out. But I mean that's what it is though. I mean, just because you charge like higher prices doesn't mean. What I'm basically saying is like just because you like raise the prices doesn't mean the quality is gonna be good. Yeah, and I know a lot of people like to rip on Burger King as like, oh, that's just nasty and whatever. But here's the thing though. And honestly, one of my friends told me like this last time, it was like, I think like 3 years ago, 5 years ago, saying that like, oh, like the most, well, he told me it's like, oh, well, there's a list of like the most unhealthiest, like, like the most unhealthiest, like fast food chain. And yeah, sure, obviously it's kind of ironic that they would put unhealthy since fast food isn't really the most health friendly food. But he said that, Burger King is like the most, like, it's like the unhealthiest, fast food you can eat. And that was like back then. I'm not sure if that's the case now. I mean, it may not be like, it's maybe like the third worst, but at least it's not the worst. And here's the thing: the reason like it would, I mean, the reason I it would that reason like I would actually go to Burger King because like it was like a 10 minute walk away from me, and I could just get out, like go get a burger, like or get some nuggets, just come back and just like chill. But the thing is, here's the thing: if there's a solar eclipse happening, and Burger King is offering, like free, like buy one, and like if they're offering buy one get one free deals, take it. I mean, do it. I mean, why not though? That's the thing. I mean, because it honestly, hey man, this is what I mean. And normally yeah, I would say, oh, and just being cheap or whatever. But nowadays, you really can't afford to not do that. Actually, like you can, like if you want, like if you're hungry, hey, go for it. And honestly, hang on, let me try getting that. Let me try doing that. Because here's the thing. Sorry. But anyway, sorry, I'm just trying to get the code. Whoops. Sorry. But anyway, but here's the thing. I wouldn't put it past, getting a free burger. But if it means I have to buy one, I mean, come on. If it's gonna cost you like $5 just to get a Whopper and then you get another one free, hey, I'll take it. Cause here's the thing, I did like like I remember when I was living with my parents, like there was like during the mail, like you would get these papers with like coupons for Burger King, and honestly, I took advantage of those because it was like, hey, I got a coupon saying this and that. Um, and honestly, it worked. It really worked. I mean, some of them like, yeah, sure, like you get them like $1 cheaper, or oh, you get like $1 off, or you get this free. Cause I remember when not Burger King, with Carl's Jr. after the Super Bowl. Actually, it was a commercial during the Super Bowl. It's like, oh, do you want a cheeseburger? Okay, get one free. If you're an app member, if you're a rewards member, all right, sign up and like you can get it for free. I did, and honestly, hey, free food, hey, I'll take it. You know. Or like when Del Taco was celebrating their 60th anniversary, and all their tacos, their snack tacos, were like 60 cents. I was like, yo, you know what? I'm like, you know what? I'm down. I'm game. Actually, let me see. I mean, I have the Del Taco out. Yeah, and you can judge me. You can judge me. But here's the thing. If it's a quick fix, then yeah, I'm gonna take it. You know? I'm gonna take that deal. Um but yeah, I don't yeah, and then, yeah, it's done. I don't think they're doing it anymore. Hmm. But anyway, yeah, like yeah, I mean, yeah, they're like yeah, the whole 60 cent like taco thing. It's already done. But here's the thing. If they're doing it all day, why not? And here's the thing: if it starts on April 8th and it goes all the way to the 15th, hey man, even if you didn't see it and you heard about it, you can still get it from like you can still get that deal. And if Burger King's doing, you know what? I'm glad I got the app because I haven't been using it as much as I used to. And most of the reason is because, truth be told, there's not like a single Burger King that I know of that's closer to where I live now. So, I mean, that hasn't stopped me from, trying to get one. But the closest one I can get is Carl's Jr. But man, honestly, I mean, their food's kind of a little bit overpriced. But regardless, yeah, I mean, I'm at the point where like, yo, any deal I see, I'm taking advantage of. I'm taking advantage of it. For example, like when if a supermarket is like, for example, if meat is going like on sale, let's say it went from like let's say it went like from 3.99 to like 2.99. Hey, I'm taking it. If it's $1 off, I'll take it. If it goes from $4 to $2, hey, I'll take it. If it's for the pound, hey, fuck it, I'll take it. This is the thing about growing up. You got to pick. I mean, there's a point where like, yo, dude, I can afford this. Maybe look at stuff that you can afford. Like, okay, I got like a few bucks. Okay, all right, I can get some groceries. All right. Oh, chicken's like, oh, what, 3 pounds? Like, nah, chicken's like what, $2 a pound? All right, cool. I have $5. I'll order 2 pounds. I have rice at home. I could cook that. See, that's the thing. That is where that's the cutoff. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's actually being smart. I mean, with how everything's going right now. You can't afford not to do it. You know. If you're trying to save a few pennies, a few bucks, a few couple bucks here and there, and you want a lot of food, but you don't want to waste a lot. Hey, food apps are actually the way to go. Cause I remember and I just recently remember that Domino's for like the month of March to the 26th, or actually no, to the 23rd, or actually yeah, to the 23rd. All their pizzas were like 50% off, and I'm like, yo, dude, I could have gotten one of these. And honestly, yeah, I missed it, but hey, that's on me. Here's the thing. You may not like food apps because sometimes they crash and sometimes they may not get you, your your order right or whatever. Or like, but here's the thing: if it offers you free like deals like that, or like, oh, buy one get one free, or you get a free this and that, or you get it like, like a milkshake, you can get it for $3. Yeah, so like basically you're getting like a $6 shake, you're getting it for half price. Say, take it, take what you can get, and then not just like, and not only that, not it doesn't just involve food. Like all, yeah, sure, it only mostly involves food, but here's the thing: when you're buying certain stuff and they give you code words, like when your favorite YouTuber is doing something and they say, "Oh, use the code word blah 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 and get 20% off." If that's the only way you're gonna get it at discount, take it. Discounts work, And yes, this may sound like me being an old person, but hey, man, it works. Don't knock it. It works. And as far as the eclipse goes, I mean, yeah, on April 8th, hey, why not? When is that? Is that like a Tuesday or was that Thursday or something? Let's see. I'm looking. It is a Monday, huh? Okay. And honestly, let me see. I'm gonna see if there's like a. Let's see if there's a not a McDonald's, a Burger King near me. Let's see. Let's see. Wow. Jesus. Yeah, I'm really far away from one. But honestly, shit. But anyway, I'll probably visit one when when I'm in closer to like Orange County, cause I can't find one right now. So yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, take advantage of it, man. It's like nothing's stopping you. You know, I mean, if you want like more food, like for like you want more bang for your buck, here you go, man. Don't knock the. And here's the thing: a lot of these, like, oh well, there's certain catches. Well, yeah, there's always has to be a catch for the free Whopper. Hey, you gotta buy another one. But guess what? That's if it comes to just that, you're set. Here's the thing: if I'm coming home from work, let's say I had to drive home. I mean, obviously I don't have a car, but let's say I did have to drive home. Let's say I had my own car and I had to drive home, and I found that out, and it's like, you know what? The eclipse just happened. And it's like, let's say it's like days afterwards. I'm getting my Whoppers. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot. Let's see if I still have it. It's like, oh yes, I have it. I order it. Boom. If I drive like 5 minutes to like Burger King. Go through the drive-thru. It's like, oh, picking up for Jose. It's like, oh yeah, sure. Come through the window, and I see the two Whoppers. Boom. There. Said done. I don't have to cook anything. And that's the thing. And here's the thing. Mostly, I usually go out and get fast food if I can't cook anything. If there's like, let's say I run out of stuff to cook, or I don't feel like cooking anything, and it does happen, people. It does happen. But if that's the case, I mean, but when that happens, you know what? Maybe I'll go to Burger King or Carl's Jr. or something. And here's the thing: there's a Wendy's like that open like close to where one of my old jobs was. So I figured, you know what? Might as well hit it up, you know. But like I said, like don't knock these out. I mean, don't knock these off. I mean, yeah, sure. I may say like an old person, but trust me, I can understand when like senior citizens are so adamant about this kind of stuff. I mean, mostly because like when they get older, I mean, they have less fun, because they're not working as much as they used to anymore. And I get it. I mean, it's not much of a struggle, but that's the way it is. I mean, it's a struggle. I mean, it's only a struggle if you see it like that way. But honestly, I mean, that's how it is, man. That's how it is. And with that, it brings us now to the end of the show, and for my final thoughts, honestly, it's huh. But honestly, it's one of those things where it's like, you know what? You know what? I'm just gonna get into it. Well, for our final thoughts, in terms of Akira Toriyama, you know what? Loss is inevitable. We go through life wondering when it's going to be our time to go. And when we think about it, we fear death. But the thing about death is that it's natural. Whether it's intentional or not, whether like an accident happens or, a murder happens, like you can, like the person, I mean, unless you have it coming, then you really gotta fear death. I mean, honestly, if you really had it coming, then yeah, you should be scared. But here's the thing: for everyday people, it's more like it just comes. It doesn't, it it hides. It doesn't show. It's like, oh, I've come for you. I mean, the way we are, if it's like death is just around the corner, but you wouldn't know that because that's the mystery of it. You don't know that's around the corner. It could be at any time or anywhere. I mean, I could get hit by a car and that would be the end of it. And like, okay, okay, that's it. Or or if I'm flying like to another country and something happens and we end up either crashing into the ocean or like crash into a mountain. Hey, I mean, that's how it goes. I mean, you can't predict these things. I mean, you can't really see like the consequences of everything. I mean, come on, Boeing. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, yeah, that's how death is. I mean, but here's the thing about death: we always have the things that reminds of it, but yet we have to remember the people who lived that life. I mean, for Kobe, I mean, he brought us so much memories to our life through him playing basketball. Akira Toriyama, I mean, he gave us Dragon Ball and all that stuff, and we're grateful for him. And honestly, when people say we cannot think of enough, that's true. We really can't. I mean, because how can you give like so much things to someone who influenced you? And honestly, that's how life is. Another thing is saving money. I mean, that's you have to make it through life, through death and taxes, and things cost things, and you want to like survive, you want to live the way you do. I mean, manage your money, because here's the thing: you never know when it's gonna go up, or you spend it and then you're in a pickle or in a jam, and you're gonna be bummed out that like, oh, what did I waste my money for? And I mean, say what you want, but hey, again, it is what it is. Honestly, I mean, the next time you want to buy something lavish, tell yourself, what bills do I have and can I buy this right now? And here's the thing, don't always count on your paycheck to bail you out. I mean, if it's like enough that like you can survive and you can buy like, make it through the next paycheck, then yeah, you can. I mean, yeah, you can think like, well, not really, but actually, no, you still have to think like, oh, okay, I pay my bill, so I'm gonna have to save my money for this one because I don't know when something like this is gonna happen again. Because here's the thing, the truth is, it happens all the time. We just don't like, we're just oblivious to it. I think the way we are with money is that like we get it and we just like waste it away the minute we get it. I mean, that's why people are the way they are. Just saying. And also, I mentioned that with spring comes new, beginnings and new changes. Me changing apartments is one of them. Me quitting Chipotle is one of them. And here's the thing: those were done because it's something that I wanted to do. I want to start looking for a new apartment. I want to start, looking. I didn't like how like my hours said. That's why I quit. You know. And that's the reason why change isn't usually like, way some people see it change as hard because it's like they feel like it's not something they can commit to. But once you commit to it, then hey man, sky's the limit. I mean, yeah, sure. When you couldn't do that, it was like, yo, the limit's the sky. But hey, sky's the limit now. I mean, it is again, like I keep saying, it is how it is. And finally, the reason why I podcast shouldn't be a reflection on why I say these kind of things. Keep in mind that my stuff is pretty subjective, and the things that like I talk about, hey, it's honestly, it is how it is what it is. And the reason why, because, and yes, I do have anxiety, I do have depression, and for me, yes, I'm trying to get help. But the way I see it with this is that I podcast as a coping mechanism. It helps me, it helps me become more vocal, and it like makes me more, vocal. Damn, I said that twice already. But you know what I mean. I mean, TLDR, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, I do it because I want to, because it helps me. And if it helps me, hey. I mean, hey, like I started losing weight in the beginning of the year. Look at me now. I'm I actually like where this is going. And if me coping with my anxiety means I have to do podcast episodes, then fuck it, why not? It's what I chose. And honestly, there's gonna be a time where I'm gonna stop doing that. Maybe in the next couple of years, maybe 2 years, but we'll see. I mean, even if it's so close, it's still so far away. Then it's like, you know what, things can change between now and 2 years. But again, or 2025, or again, it's next year, but it still seems so far away. But like I said, I mean, it's still maybe a long ways that it may be still long, maybe far away, but it may not be close, but you can sense it. You can sense it. And before I keep rambling on, yeah, I mean, this does it for this week's episode. I mean, thank you all for listening. And again, I do apologize if this was a little rushed. I mean, I did have work today, so I will edit this before I go to work tomorrow. So it'll give me some time, think about some other stuff that I can do. And in the meantime, check out the other stuff. Don't be a stranger. Check the other episodes out. I mean, just to see what I'm about. And if you're a new listener, give it a check. Check it out. Give it a listen. I mean, you don't have to listen from the very beginning, but just listen what you can. So, with that out of the way, yeah, thank you guys for listening. I'll see you guys next time. Again, I really appreciate it. And as always, I say, it's like at the end of every podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been the podcast. Peace.